Welcome to the Client Magnet Podcast, where we're going to deep dive into the world of personal training, and we're going to equip you with the knowledge and the strategies on how to excel in your personal training business. If you're passionate about fitness and you want to take your game to the next level, then this is the right place for you. In each episode, we're going to bring you expert interviews, real-life success stories, and actionable tips that you can implement immediately, from crafting and compelling pitches to connecting authentically with potential clients. We'll leave no stone unturned in your quest to help you become a fitness professional. Personal training services just isn't about making sales, but it is about forging meaningful relationships and guiding individuals towards their fitness goals. And we believe in combining those two things will help you make this a long-lasting career. Get ready to embrace the art of personal training and the science of selling and connecting you with the joy of transforming lives. This is the Client Magnet Podcast, and I'm your host, Manny Fraser. Let's dive in. Welcome to another episode of the Rise and Thrive Podcast. Today, we're going to be deep diving into a topic that's just not sets and reps, but the heart and soul of fitness sales. It's all about emotional intelligence in fitness sales. Stay tuned, because by the end of this episode, you'll have the keys to be more empathetic and successful in your fitness training career. So let's talk about it. What is emotional intelligence? What exactly is it? So emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and manage our own emotions and those of others. So in the fitness industry, this skill set is a game changer. It's not just about selling memberships or selling personal training, it's about transforming lives. This is the missing link in fitness sales. A lot of people are very robotic when it comes to selling personal training. And they're very robotic when it comes to training in general. Because we're as personal trainers, we're really regimented. We're really disciplined. We are not the normal. Right? And a lot of times we don't realize that. So we're stuck in this echo chamber of people that are fit and they work out all the time and they crush their fitness goals. They might be like life goals might be suffering. Some life goals might be suffering, but they crush their fitness goals. So they have discipline. They can get disciplined, right? And so now we have this person who pays for personal training with you, pays for a couple sessions, pays for a month, pays for a year, pays for whatever. And then all of a sudden, we're expecting them to fall in line. That's not reality. So emotional intelligence is understanding and meeting the people where they are and helping them be like, okay, let me help you get to where you want to go. So we've all met the personal trainers with the robotic sales pitch. So it's going to be $200 bi-weekly. Let's get you started on this. No? How come? Oh, but you got to be more focused on, they're more focused on closing the deal than connecting with the client. But what if I told you the real magic happens when you tap into emotional intelligence? Like that tapping in with the client, connecting with the clients is all about understanding emotional intelligence. So understanding empathy. Imagine this: a potential client walks into your gym feeling overwhelmed, insecure, and unsure. This is generally what most people feel like when they come into the gym. Now, as a fitness professional, we have two options. You can recite statistics and prices, or you can utilize emotional intelligence to connect you on a deeper level. We got to utilize emotional intelligence to connect on a deeper level. It isn't about statistics and prices. Statistics and prices are great, and you can nerd out on it on your own time. And understanding it, like I understand statistics of fitness and people not coming into the gym. And this is something I had to get over because I am a very statistical guy. So here's some statistics for you so you can understand what I mean. The average person will come in 13 times in a year. Most people, studies have shown that people will come in at a 3 time a week. The people who come in at 3 time a week or more into a gym is roughly about 2% of a gym chain member, right? So of our membership base, 2% of our members will come in at 3 times a week or more. Of that 2%, 98% of them have personal trainers. The 70% of people cancel within the first month. The people that are remaining, that leaves the next 30%, will cancel within the next 6 months. We're just recycling members at gyms, right? And unless we can actually tap into and connect at a deeper level, we'll continue to recycle memberships, because people need to realize that they need to come to a conclusion of why they're changing, why they're deciding to make this change now, and we're here to help them on that journey. So now your potential clients feeling insecure, overwhelmed, and unsure, that's how they feel when they come in. So emotional intelligence is understanding that feeling that they have and not adding to the feeling, right? So connecting on a deeper level is a huge thing. Something I always ask is like, what are some important dates that are coming up? What are some key milestones that are happening in your life? If someone says I have none, that's a load of crap. It's not true. There's always important dates. What's happening is that you're not tapping into their life, right? Because think about it from this point of view. You're telling me right now that this person that you're sitting down with doesn't have a birthday. That's not important to them. So, like, what is, right? So the reality is that it's not important to them because they don't trust you. So instead of trusting you and actually like, talking to you, they'd rather just be like, I don't really trust you. What does this have to do with fitness and training, right? They don't understand it. So I've seen it happen time and time again. Trainers who truly understand their clients' fears, struggles, and aspirations can guide them towards incredible transformations. It's not just about physical changes, but emotional ones too. We have to guide our clients through an emotional transition, right? We're dealing with behavior change. When people come into the gym, they think through what's known as, they have 4 phases, 5 phases of behavior. There is your pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. So before someone even comes in, they're in what's known as pre-contemplation. Pre-contemplation is your client or your potential client who's not even thinking about the gym, who's not thinking about their goals, who's not thinking about anything. So what happens? This is the journey of a client. Contemplation. All of a sudden, the client starts realizing, I need to change. Something's got to give. I need to do something about this. So they prepare themselves in preparation to start changing. So they make a diet, then get a diet plan. They change. They create some sort of log. They start doing something to change their behavior. And then action is the action that they take to change their behavior. And then maintenance is that you're doing it without thinking. The thing I like talking about with people is brushing your teeth, because brushing your teeth is such a in North America, it is something that everyone does, and no one thinks about how long it takes to learn it. So I have 4 kids, okay, and to this very day, I have to remind my kids to brush their teeth. My oldest is 6, my youngest is 10 months at this time. And I had to remind them to brush their teeth. And I'm going to remind them, like I'm a parent, and my wife reminds them as well. But this behavior that I have down pat, pretty much, is something that I had to learn too. And I'm assuming that my parents reminded me and reminded me and reminded me. I remember my mom reminding me a lot of times to brush my teeth. Did you brush your teeth? Did you brush your teeth? Did you brush your teeth? Always asking me. So this behavior that I now have, and I do just on a regular basis for good hygiene, I don't need to be coerced or like sold to of why I got to brush my teeth, because a lot of that was done when I was younger. There's probably a lot of times where I fought and I said I don't want to brush my teeth because my kids do that. And right now we don't think about that. So what happens is we have someone who comes in and they are doing this behavior coming into the gym, and we just think that they should have it by now. They should understand it, because you know why? Because the fact that, you know what, you should get it by now. I get it. It's not that simple. The person who's coming into you is struggling and dealing with something that they haven't found a solution to. You right now are the solution that they're going to utilize. Are you going to either A, figure it out and help them, or B, give up? You chose this profession because you want to help people. I was listening to another pod, Live Free and Die Hard pod. I think it's called Live Free and Die Hard. It might be Live Free and Lift Hard, with Andrew Coates. And Eric Wong Kai Pun is on there. I'm going to have him on the pod this week. And something they were talking about is that we're not in the customer service. We're in hospitality. And I thought about that. And it's like, we are in hospitality. We are in hospitality. And hospitality isn't the same as customer service, by the way. Customer service is like, let me just try and get this customer to be happy. Hospitality is going over and beyond to make this person happy. Like, I remember on my honeymoon, we went to Aruba. We went to Belleville. We were near the airport. And we stayed at another hotel. We stayed at several hotels, but only one hotel, two hotels. Actually, say three hotels. When we said that we're on our honeymoon, two hotels upgraded us. One hotel couldn't upgrade us, but what they did was they did the towel folding on our bed. They made it special. And every single time during our like when we go outside to the beach and we come back, every single time they would fold up the towel a bit and then show us like, oh, hey, we were in your room. And they just did it in a certain way. And I thought about it and I was like, wow, that's really cool. The reason I thought that was really cool is because they didn't have to do that. They did that. Why'd they do that? Because they want to say, oh, we know that you're on your honeymoon. This is a bit more special. That's important. That's hospitality. It's going over and beyond what you're supposed to do, what you think that they're supposed to do. So we have to go over and beyond too and connect on an emotional level with our clients, because it's not just about the physical change and the physical transformation that's going to happen, but the emotional ones too. And that's how we make a client who's successful long term. They're emotionally connected to their goals. So here are 5 keys to harnessing your emotional intelligence in fitness sales. Grab a pen and paper. Make sure you listen. The first one is active listening. Tune into your client. Understand their needs. The next one, so like active listening, before I go into the next one. Active listening is legit, like listening to what the client is saying and not just listening to repeat, but listening in another level. Okay, so active listening is legit, not listening to add to their story. Like, you know, when someone says, oh, I went to the Grand Canyon, and then there's 3 ways to replying. Cool. That's 1. 2, oh, I've been to the Grand Canyon too. And I think it's amazing. And you start taking over the conversation. And 3 is, oh, wow, Grand Canyon, that sounds really cool. Could you tell me more about that? Tune in to your clients and understand what they're actually saying. Understand their needs. Empathy. Number 2, walk in their shoes and feel their journey. It's not the same as sympathy, okay? A lot of times people are very sympathetic to their clients, like, oh, I feel sorry for them. Do not feel sorry for your clients, but understand what's happening. And what I mean by that is that when you have someone come in who's a bit overweight and they're like, I've been turned, so I'll give you an example. I had one client who came in and she was turned down from so many different gyms because her heart rate was up. Now, lo and behold, she has white coat syndrome. So guess what? Every single time you put her on the blood pressure machine, her heart rate's always going to be up. And we found out is that her heart rate's is really good. But other gyms turned her away and said, oh, we can't train you because your heart rate's up. And they're, oh, we can't train you because of this, or we can't train you because of that. Walk in their shoes for a second and listen to what they have to say. Wait, what are you saying? You're saying that they didn't want to help you lose the weight that you want to lose? We gotta have empathy when it comes to listening to our clients. Number 3, self-awareness. Recognize your emotions and how they impact others. This is one area where a lot of trainers fail to realize that their emotions impact others, because you can be very judgmental. Trainers, we can be very judgmental. What I mean by that is that we'll become very like, oh, well, I'm doing this. You should be able to do this too. I count my macros. You should be able to do this too. And everything that we can do, we're doing a one size fits all, and or what works for you as a trainer should work for your client. Not true. Why are there so many different methodologies towards training? Because so many methodologies work. So you need, as a trainer, what you need to do is you need to figure out all the different ways that you can get someone results. And it can't just be what you're doing, right? It can't be just what you're looking at. It can't be just what you're paying attention to, okay? Next, self-awareness, adaptability. So adaptability would be flexibility in your approach based on individuals. Adaptability is being flexible. You cannot be hard, like trainers are very, like another thing that you can't be militant about everything. You gotta be adaptable about some things. Because you're not adaptable at some things, then you're going to lose clients. Clients are going to be very upset with you. Be adaptable. Be flexible in your approach based on individual personalities from client to client. Next is resilience. So resilience, you got to bounce back from your rejections and setbacks. You got to be resilient as a trainer. When you do a weigh-in and someone didn't lose weight, bounce back quickly. Make sure you're able to move forward and get through everything quickly. So really what we want to look at is that take those 5 things to heart when it comes to emotional intelligence and learn how to use them to connect with people. Okay? So whether you're a seasoned fitness pro or you're just starting, remember, emotional intelligence is the bridge between selling memberships and building lasting, impactful relationships. So I want you to join me on the next episode where we're going to delve deeper into this powerful skill. I'm going to get Eric to talk about more about emotional intelligence and how to utilize that in fitness sales and how to put that together a periodization. So if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave a review. Share your thoughts and experiences with emotional intelligence in the fitness sales comments below. And remember, when you connect emotionally, you're not just selling fitness, you're changing lives. Thanks for listening. Peace. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, keep pushing boundaries, inspiring change, and making a lasting impact through the personal training. Stay motivated, stay committed, and remember, the journey to excellence is just beginning. This has been Manny Fraser signing off. Keep shining, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Happy coaching!